Good morning, boys and girls. I wanted to ask you to just take a look at this picture for a moment. This painting, actually. What are some things you notice? What do you see? Are you looking at it from an observer's point of view? Do you see these young girls along the bridge? Are you one of the girls? Where are you? How are you feeling? These are the kinds of questions that you ask yourself when you're looking at a painting, trying to understand what the painter was thinking when they painted it, and perhaps what your vision is or image is of what's happening. So we're going to look at paintings today, actually, for our poetry. And that type of poetry where we use paintings and artwork to inspire us is called ekphrastic poetry. Okay, so today we're going to look at several paintings. I'm going to show you some examples of some poems based on some paintings, and then you'll have an opportunity to try it yourself. So, an ekphrastic poem is a vivid description of a scene, or more commonly, a work of art, through the imaginative act of narrating and reflecting on the action of a painting or sculpture. The poet amplifies and expands its meaning. Now, that's a lot for a definition, but basically, an ekphrastic poem is your interpretation of a painting that you're looking at and analyzing. And you, as the poet, decide how you want to give meaning to it and give description to it. This could be one that you can go back to and write about, maybe. What are you thinking? Pretty. So here's another painting. Take a look at it. Ask some of those questions again. What do you see? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Do you have feelings of the people in the painting? Or does it make you feel a certain way? You'll have a chance to look at all of these poems on our poetry Padlet. So I'm just going to go on and give you an example of a poem written from this painting. Sunrise on the water. I'm sure a lot of you noticed that, right? The orange sun is rising up over the earth's liquid canvas, boats skimming and floating, going on an adventure. A sky no longer consumed with darkness because the orange sun is rising up. Over the earth's liquid canvas, boats floating and drifting with that orange sun rising up. Here's another one. So that was just about the sunrise, or maybe you saw that as a sunset. This poem's focusing on the individuals in the boats. Fishing. Two rowboats rowing towards the sunrise and the sea, wishing for what they hope to be. With just one tug and just one pull, their hopes of a lucky day have taken its toll. But patience is the gift of a fisherman's dreams and is always far better than it seems. Take a look at this picture. It's a fun one. Painting, I should correct myself. Okay, you have an opportunity to look at that picture more closely, brainstorm ideas about that poem, that painting, but here's an example of one. In dark space, the only light comes from the bright stars that illuminate the way. So how many of you saw that as stars? How many of you saw those as bubbles? How many of you saw that as splotches of paint? Here's another one. Several circles, one here, one there, several circles everywhere. Outer space, two eyes to see the exquisite landscape of a place dear to me. Circles are bubbles before they pop or out of reach among the treetops. Here's another one. What kind of feeling do you get there from this painting? Here's one example from this one painting. I'm going to give you two again for this one so you can see the different perspectives. Lonely houses. Lonely little houses on a summer's day, wailing and sailing in the wind all day, all day. Quite simple, but if you look at the painting, maybe you see it as a simple painting, a simple town, a simple village. Here's another one. The countryside. Mother Earth's fragrances fill the wide open space, sunbeams stretching through window panes, old and new. Birds calling to all who will listen. A new day has come. The air is filled with happiness. So if you read both of those poems, both have to do with the houses, but I get a sense of joy and hope in the second one, whereas the first, while beautiful, is more melancholy, I would say. Here's another painting. Is this girl waiting? Is this girl sitting by herself on purpose? Here's a poem to think about. Lonely girl in a cafe. Lonely girl in a cafe, raining outside, no other place to go except this place that I really like and know. Nobody else here except me. I am the only person in the mirror I see. And finally, here's one other painting. Take a look. Again, you have an opportunity to look at all of these slides with the poems as well later on. The balloon. The hot air balloon floats down from the sky, quiet and staring the people sigh. Hope washes over them, gentle and kind. After thinking they're lost, they might change their mind. This balloon came to save them. What are the odds? But the travelers knew it was a gift from the gods. So this poet saw it as a rescue, but maybe you saw it as just a sight to see. So you'll see from all of these paintings, these poets had their interpretations of what they were looking at. And I don't want to give you too many more because I want you to think about your perspective, your thoughts, your descriptions, your feelings about these paintings. So when you go to the Poetry Padlet, these slides will be there with additional poems that I did not read. Okay, there are many others that I did not include in the slides here, but this whole slideshow with more poems is available for you to look at if you want to read some more. And then there's a second document in our Poetry Padlet, which will have even more paintings. So you have lots to choose from. And I would really encourage you to take the time to really look at those paintings and enjoy them and think about what inspires you from them. So before I leave, as you go to begin writing your ekphrastic poems, these are some things to consider. Write about the scene or subject being depicted in the artwork. So as I said in the beginning, are you the observer of what you see? Right? Are you writing about what is in the painting? Write in the voice of a person or object shown in the artwork. Again, like I said with the young girls, are you looking at the girls on the bridge or are you one of the girls on the bridge? Are you friends? Are you sisters? Are you waiting for somebody? Are you seeing something? And write about your experience of looking at the art. And I guess that would mean, how does it make you feel, right? What is your experience while looking at it? So you have lots to think about. Again, this slideshow will be also in the Poetry Padlet without audio, so you can go through the slides slowly, in addition to a collection of more paintings that you can choose from for your poetry. Have fun creating your poems today. This is always one of my favorites. There's so much to think about and feel and discover in these paintings. So I hope that you do that as well. Have a great day, boys and girls.